Hi guys, Chess Learning for Life here, back with Game 4 of the Women's Chess Championship 2025 with Tan Zhongyi with the white pieces and Zhu and Jun with the black pieces. And today we see another English, which can transpose into Nimzo Indian with d4. But here, Zhu decides for a quick bishop b4. And already queen b3, a very sharp line. And this is some English c4, c5. And both players, again, this idea. And why? Because firstly, for black, just imagine knight of 6, like where is this knight going? So knight g7, maybe aiming for these squares again. And now also same thing, knight f4, you're going nowhere, right? So aiming for this f4 square is much better. And even just in the knight on f4 prevents d5, right? Castle, castle. And then white strikes first in center, and then black comes next, right? So here it's either a balanced with position with both d pawns, or black could take and play against an isolated queen's pawn, which should be a weakness in the endgame. So therefore Tan just takes, develops the bishop here. I would prefer going to g5, maybe provoking f6, because now you can take here and yeah. So this pin is very good, and you may have to go queen b6, and yeah, just maybe go for something like this, where everything goes off, but you get the initiative right here. And just bishop e3 is kind of passive, a tall pawn, and I don't really like this move. Maybe it's to activate the knight, I guess. But the knight still takes here. Still, things are fairly equal. Trying to get some queen play, but just gets totally rejected. And now bishop f4 is a mistake, because like, just defend the pawn, play easy chess. And as you can see, 0.8 because of maybe the bishop pair. And if you take the bishop, you open up lines for the rook. But now you just blunder a pawn. Here still, you should keep this knight around, because this knight is a very good knight on the center. But now this is a mistake, because it allows white to double your pawns, right? And just already winning a pawn, giving up this a2 one, because then this b6 pawn is a weakness, right? And you could already target it and play easy chess, man. Like, learn from the master Capablanca. Take the pawn. Like, why bishop d6, which allows rook a5, and still here you can't take the pawn because there's knight c8 and takes rook b7, pile up on your b pawn, and it's lost. Therefore now you're still taking, but now all the initiative is gone and you're allowing black to kind of free up his pieces, right? And here just already forcing a trade of bishops, and now you lost the bishop pair, right? And white maybe just tired, just trades off everything. Now this doesn't help because of rook c8. And here still you need to play with precision. But then here you had to activate your king to blockade this pawn and try to escalate with the outside passer. But then black creates a light square blockade and manages to push his pawn to create threats. And now look who's fixing whose weakness. Now bishop e3 doesn't help because then your king runs here. And wait. No, bishop e3, yeah, your king runs. And now you don't take, right? Wait. Go on the light squares. So there's no bishop check. King c2, and then yeah, you just win this pawn back, create a blockade again. But winning this h2 pawn is fine, but it allows white to activate his pieces again. And here Tan could have won this with this just simple tactical idea, because now this rook is strong, threatening rook e7, and now you could rotate this rook into here, but Tan rushes and allows king e6, and here allows black to trade off everything, right? Takes, check, and Zhu Wenjun tries to run her king, but it's just not enough. Now, what's the drawing idea here? Pause the video, find out. 3, 2, 1. So the idea is to win this pawn, and because this king is too far away, you sack the rook for the pawn, and then you just walk your king with the pawn, and then white just has to go for a draw. See here. And then, yep, sack the pawn and roll it. And here, just draw. And yeah, game 4 ends in a draw. I hope you like this chess video. Stay tuned for game 5. Like and subscribe for more chess content, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.